Alright. We're going to be looking at the demo for a game I have never heard of before until recently. It is called Slitterhead, and it really just, with the name alone, just kind of makes me immediately think of something like Eraserhead. And, well, quite frankly, some of the monster designs are, well... they're a little out there. I don't really think the name is really all that coincidental. One thing that does kind of worry me about this, okay, apparently it's yelling at me for a controller, so it is unplugged. Cool. Let me plug that back in. One of the things that does kind of worry me about this one is it looks like it might be a little anime. I don't really know if an anime-esque horror game would really fit all too well. But I don't know, maybe it would be fine. I don't know. Is that supposed to be an I? Bicke? I don't know. Oh good. My favorite game engine. In Unreal Engine. You know what's really unreal about it though? The stutters. Apparently I have 140 frames in this game right now. You know, do games still really have these warnings anymore? You know, obviously this is one of them in a modern age that does, but like, do too many games really say this anymore? I don't think they do. I don't think it's a legal requirement to have that type of disclaimer, so... And I'm not even sure if this is a Western developer, so even more to the point of it might not even be legally necessary. Eiichiro Toyama. I feel like I'm gonna get a DMCA from this. Tatsuo Yoshi something. Is this... Is this Chinese? Kisuke Yoneyama. Atsushi Nakamura. Okay, why is the... Takahiro Fuji... Well, it might be Korean, but I swear that that is actually Chinese. And yet all the names are in Japanese. Is this supposed to be taking place on, like, the Korean subpeninsula or in China? Kazunobu Sato. So I mean, graphically the game looks really damn good. You're seeing a game where you can't count all the total pixels in one hand. Who am I? I'm an imposter, obviously. What, you don't like all the horror games where you've been able to see all the pixels? Where you can see all 128 pixels assigned to the model? Oh, that's lovely. Maybe we don't need a closer look on that one. Yeah, I reiterate my statement. Maybe we don't need a nice close look on that. How loud is the game for you guys? Because for me, it is exceptionally loud, and I've already turned it down a little bit. Oh! Jesus Christ! This movie made with THX. Seriously though, like, graphically interesting zoom out to in. Oh yeah, don't you like seeing it from the dude's eye? Now that is exactly where all of the budget just went, because I already just saw a stutter because Unreal Engine. Oh, what was that? Oh god. Wait, what is it called? It's not kanji for Chinese, is it? Well, you get what I mean. The Chinese letters. Oh god. Oh, it might not be Chinese, it might be Korean. I don't know. What language is this? Dog? Why is dog blue light? Borkada Borkada. LB possess. What do you mean? What? So chat, have you ever heard of this game? Watashi wa. Okay, no, it is Chinese. Is this traditional then, not simplified? I've never heard of this game though. I only found it, I think, in the past week or so, because I saw someone talking about it. Cannot in fact run, but I guess we are third-person dog now. Bork bork. There's something a little scummy about this dog, too. I don't know, maybe he's just emaciated. Was that my controller, or did the game do that? They all had their brains sucked out. Almost sounds like one of those monster things, a Slitterhead, yeah, bad for business. I can't even hear our spirit dude's voice. It's so quiet compared to everything else. Bork bork? My goodness, what are you doing in a place like this? I'm very sorry, but I don't have anything on me right now. Perhaps you could try going to a busier street. Is he just taking a... No, he's like vomiting. Into a bucket. Why, are you gonna like use the bucket vomit for like seasoning on your food, dude? I'm not gonna say that one, chat. I have sounds. We good on sound levels? Where did that person just come from? Oh, okay. I thought she was going to, like, kick us, but no. The game isn't audible. Well, it sure should have been a minute ago when it was louder than a frickin' movie theater. There. Is that better? Hopefully. But like I said, I can't really hear him either. Transfer to another life form. Yes, the yellow sperm. The dog couldn't think? Apparently not, despite the fact he was thinking. So... Are we the horror in this horror game? Because... this is certainly a way of starting off a game. Oh, cutscene. Good walk. Walking like he's pooped himself. Domestic cat. Why is that a what? Why is she the only one speaking English in this game? Oh my Christ, this is loud as hell. God, that looks like, what is it? Resident Evil 4 Los Plagas or something? Oh my Jesus, she's fast. Does this game have updog? Well, it sure shit does now. What now? What? Run? Oh, dead. Yeah. Look around to find a new body. If you cannot possess someone within the time limit, it is game over. Humans on the other side of walls will glow blue through the wall. However, your soul cannot pass through the walls. Move your soul around, and once a body is within line of sight, it can be possessed. Chat, what the fuck is this game? And then he just started walking away. What the fuck? Well, so much for her. The protagonist will lose a soul. His own soul will vanish. Sure. I feel like we've just gone in one big circle now. Oh, this guy's a little bit more athletic. Look at that. He only runs like he's got a stick up his ass, though. What should I do? I must eliminate them all.
Destroy them all. Corrupt the child.
No, seriously, what the fuck is this game? What is even happening?
You're going out again?
Oh, more English.
Hurry back, okay? Remember, we have a patient first thing in the morning.
I don't know, is it just me, or do you guys also kind of wish that they would just keep to, like, their native language for this and just have the subs? You know, at least for just consistency. Because our main character throughout the main game so far, the spirit guy we are playing as, is still entirely in Chinese. See? Like, why do we get English in the cutscenes, but then we have Chinese here? While holding the possession button, time passes slowly, allowing you to calmly choose a possession target. Additionally, it's possible to move in this soul state to look around, face it. Yep. This feels like a forgotten about Xbox 360 game. Yeah, like Prototype or something. Ooh, these stutters. The game isn't even running all that poorly. Like, my GPU is doing just fine. Ooh, that hair kind of looks a little bit like Play-Doh or something. My scattered consciousness, fragments of my lost memories. If I focus, I feel that I can use the next body a little better. Lost memories or objectives will return. Some abilities might even be regained. Okay. Another similar being, I sense their waves, where this had to have been machine translated, right? You thought this game would be like Stray, but with a doggy. I thought this game was going to be kind of like something else, but, not Stray. I knew it was going to be a horror game. But not whatever this is right now. That's right, I'm not powerless. I can possess human bodies and fight. Am I an alien? Well, that's awfully panicular, isn't it? Waka waka? Where did I just pull this out from? I can't attack, by the way. Your blood weapon can break. The host loses a small amount of health when it breaks. The durable gauge is displayed bottom left. By possessing another host, danger can be avoided. Human bodies are frail and quickly fall to enemy attacks. If the host is near death or surrounded by enemies, try possessing a different host. It does kind of remind me of a couple different, you know, like manga or anime, like Parasite. Oh, it's got a bite!
Colonel, the worm monster heard the clap of my ass cheeks.
Immediately after possessing a civilian, temporary effects are bestowed. Host abilities are enhanced for a set time. Max blood level, HP, and attack power are raised. Combo, one more attack, total of 3. And the temporary effects end, the special effects change, and blood level gauge reduces. Okay. There is no limit to the number of times this can be received. It is bestowed every time a different body is possessed. An advantageous situation can be maintained by aggressively using possession. Okay. Oh, we're just like some 60, 50-something-year-old woman now. Alright. When to think of it, it was always like this. These monsters are going to have an insta-kill attack where they just, like, eat the person. Yeah, like, like, just completely envelop them. Look at how stretchy their foreskins are. Not really evading that, is it? This looks like those things that would swim up your pee hole in Thailand. I thought that was... No, that's like Amazon. Seems this is all I can remember. Well, I could continue, should I? I should return to my consciousness.
It's all in your head. Go ahead.
Senses and sights return to me. Was I in the city in the past as well? There are other fragments of my lost memories. I should search for them. Damn it. Alright. I'm gonna assume we're the only ones that can see that. That's right, by connecting with bodies, I shared senses with various humans. A strong body that has the power to rival them, I faintly remember such a sensation. My mission, yes, it is to eliminate those monsters, however, it's not possible with my current power. I must regain enough strength to destroy them. That is where to begin. One second. I'm surprised this didn't try to put it into the 3000 resolution that a lot of them do. VSync is on. No way of putting a frame rate limit in, apparently. Oh my god. That is so incredibly sensitive. Oh, I hate this controller so much. Jesus Christ. I'm not actually backspace, I'm not hitting B to get out of that, it's just the D-pad on this thing will actually input a B input for some reason. The D-pad is fucked. However, I want to remember a little bit about myself. I wanted to see if there was a, like a voiceover option in the settings. You get voice volume, but no language options. There doesn't even seem to be a subtitle option. I don't think that is the correct direction. I mean, the music's kind of nice so far. See if they have Swedish so you can understand as well. Diablo 1 had that for PS1. Did it really? I did actually play Diablo 1 on the PS1, but I don't think it actually had the expansion pack, did it? Searching for something in the past, I was unable to make sense of things within the chaos of this crowded city. That is right, to find my target, I should get an overview from a high place. However, how do I reach such a place? Perhaps I can get there by possessing 3 humans. So, Diablo 1 on the PS1 actually had, what the hell is it called? It had co-op. Boy, you know, hot seat? Or something, like, you know, it was only for, well, I mean, it's the PS1. You had to be next to the dude, you know? Split screen? Split screen, yeah. Oh, I thought they were sitting on the edge there. This body is heavy and suffocating. What, are they a chain smoker? Just see lots of memes on it. What do you mean? Diablo 1? Burning city and 3 demons. What? It seems there is still more. Too light, not enough strength. Too light? The guy's got a beer gut. What are you talking about? While humans are frail, their sheer numbers are a potent weapon. I need to remember how to use a body better. You know what sucks? There's no, like, power stomp attack like we're Isaac. Oh, something's... The sun ain't looking too good. At this rate, my weapon will break just from taking a hit. Remember how to maintain a weapon while fighting. Enemy attacks can be repelled and neutralized with deflect. A guide will display in the direction just before an enemy attacks. While in defensive stance guard, it will activate at the camera. Use appropriate timing. The moment the guide lights up, it might be easier to successfully perform the action by watching enemy wounds than inputting it just before the attack hits. That's a weird way of trying to do a deflect. Oh my Jesus! Okay. Oh, I see it. Fucking hell. It's Mountain Blade a little bit. It's a little bit of Mountain Blade. The enemy will attack from many directions. Sure will. Sure does. Kind of missed that one. Very good, my senses are returning. When deflect is successful, it will throw the enemy off balance and allow for a counterattack. Also restores blood weapon durability. Attacks that do not display a guide cannot be deflected. Use evasion or possession to deal with them. I like how this guy is just like, no, I must kill these monsters, but also, if people die, then that is just a sacrifice I'm willing to make. How do you attack? Oh, I can't still. What? Oh, you get, like, slow-mo. If you successfully continue to deflect attacks, blood time will activate. Time will flow more slowly, allowing you to one-sidedly land attacks. The blood gauge displays in the center of the screen when active. Okay. I'm starting to feel like this is a bit more like Silent Hill F, where it says it's a horror game, but then in the end of it, it's kind of really more of just a combat game with a veneer of horror. There is more that way. Sense those waves again from below. However, I would take damage if I simply jump down, right if I swap to a different body on the ground while falling. Oh my god! Oh my fucking god, are you serious? Oh, he's confused, look at him! He's like looking around like, what the fuck just happened? Chat. What is this game? How is he moving? Okay, everyone's just running off now, but everyone didn't exactly, like, scream on that. I was going to say... It's a fever dream. Yeah, no shit. I was gonna say that the roofs up there were kind of like a, Kowloon thing. Like, there's people making shantytowns on top of the buildings. Or I know I could run faster back then. I mean, the music, I think, right now is, like, some of the best part of this game. Kind of like a mixture of various different things. Oh, there we go. I can sprint now. Okay. Oh, well, rip to the music, I guess. I like that the body you're possessing actually changes the cutscenes. This is someone else's view, but why suddenly? That is right, I could steal a glance through their field of vision, but if that is the case, I have a bad feeling about this. Enemies can be detected as a presence. Presences are sensed flowing like air currents. Move the camera to check the flow and head in that direction. A minute till the target dies. Chat, what do you think this game is? Do you think we're like some angel sent to fight demons? Do you think this is like some yokai stuff? Some anime shit where it's like these monsters exist and are like the hidden... you know, like, vampires of society, and they are like parasites, where they're just masquerading as humans so they can keep feeding. You know, what do you think this is? Because it feels like it's kind of all over the place, and I'm still not sure. Oh. Okay. The smell, are you? Another one of those. Yep. Whatever that means. I like that the humans are just spawning into the area, you know, as you do. Blood can be absorbed from blood pools to restore blood level. Blood pools regenerate when humans or slitterheads take damage. Ow. Ow. That's just absorbing his own blood again. I guess that counts. Okay, I thought that was going to do more damage because of the animation, but it did not, in fact. It's a parkour game where you bash things, no deeper story required. I mean, yeah, obviously. Wait, did I just possess another guy of the same... Yeah, it's the same dude. What the fuck? Oh, okay. I guess we're just fighting a fucking alien thing. It kind of looks like the monster from Hell Knight. It's Stranger Things China. No, it's like Hell Knight. No hole at the back, the fabric recovered. Well, yeah, it's regenerative fabric, duh. Her organs, though? Nah, those are fucked. What is this? Is this the true form of those things? Alley monster. Oh, that's the name we're giving this thing. Oh yeah, let me just casually block this fucking thing. Sure, sure, sure. Oh my god, no! Woo! Fucking Dark Souls, Stranger Things, China version. I don't know. Fucking hell, this thing is actually very hard to fight. I think this is a scripted loss. I don't think you're meant to win this. This thing is taking nothing in damage. She's gone. No, at this rate, it seems there are no more bodies I can use. What should I do? She's still alive despite her injuries. Will the body hold out? It will be a gamble. She's the chosen one. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Okay. What's the, what's the genre of the Chinese martial arts films? Like Wuxin or something? Wuxia? Something like that? Motherfucker. Wuxia. Okay. Oh! Oh, look at its... Look! It has a tail, but it's like using the human body as a tail. A rarity has been discovered. An individual with extremely high fusion affinity with the protagonist's soul has high vitality and combat potential, seems to maintain consciousness even while possessed. Well, Broad pulled out her dragon claws for a spec. But she's not doing the Dragon Claw spec. Besides, the Dragon Dagger Poison ++ is better. Come on, man. Do you even PvP? SMH my head. You gotta go to the Granite Mole, use the spec once, swap over to the Dragon Dagger, you know, come on. Other humans were exhausted that cannot be used in the state, but this sensation of overflowing strength deep within this body, this power is a... Claws are cooler, bro. Revive all? What? Increases blood in her own body for a set time, continuous, okay, and heals surrounding him. Ah? So it's just like a fucking everyone lives? Oh, Jesus Christ. Some skills consume spirit power. Skills that use spirit power... Oops. Oh, controller, please. Have blue skill icons. Skills that use blood have red skill icons. Spirit power value is maintained. I wasn't expecting a mana and a HP casting system. Spirit power is recovered upon executing a successful deflect. It is also recovered when taking damage. Sonic Claws. Oh, okay, well that just broke. Use Claws of Blood to generate a forward-moving shockwave. Hold the skill button to charge, then release to unleash the shockwave. This skill consumes blood. Sure. Oh, well there goes all performance just there. Oh my god. Even rarities have trouble defeating enemies alone. Use humans in the area aggressively. While not possessed, rarities will automatically evade enemy attacks. They have high endurance or are difficult to push to the verge of death. When in a pinch, assertively possess a different body. So she'll just live now? I guess so. Is she not a main character? I do kind of like this thing's weird design, though. It's like somewhere between like a praying mantis, octopus, alien thing. Wait, did it just immediately calcify? Yeah, okay. So it's a grotesquerie from tracking card. Oh, she did all that shit in sandals, by the way.
The city.
Oh, now she can speak English. I mean, I that was that was it. That was it. Okay. Wait, what is this main menu music? Michiaki Naka no Watari. Okay. So, that is the demo for Slitterhead. Does anyone have any questions? Because obviously everything in the game is very self-explanatory. You have a question. Yes, what is it, chat member? What is it? What the fuck? I'm so disappointed in you, chat member. I thought enough of this had been explained in the game for you to follow along. Come on. That was the full demo. Yeah, that's the full demo. That's how the game's demo begins and ends. We just saw it. That was a full 40 minutes of Slitterhead. And I'm still very confused at, like... I need to look up what the developer is. Because the name of the company makes me think it's a Chinese firm. The language in the game is Chinese, but that could just be because it's supposed to be taking place in China. You know, like, it's just doing it thematically to be, you know, like, using the language of the region it's supposed to be taking place in, you know? Meanwhile, a lot of the names of the people that are working on this are Japanese, so maybe it's a Chinese firm that hired a bunch of Japanese developers that, like, previously worked on Silent Hill? I don't know. Okay. Okay, that still doesn't actually help any. Okay, so Keiichiro Toyama let's see. So, so Slitterhead was headed by Keiichiro Toyama, who apparently has worked on Silent Hill 1 and Wait. Keiichiro Toyama is the guy that worked on Siren, you know, Forbidden Siren. That's who this guy is. Felt more like 10 minutes, 30 were cutscenes and walking simulator. Well, what about the combat? Combat was a decent chunk of that. So here's the guy, oh my god, Keiichiro Toyama. And as you can see here, he did in fact work on the first Silent Hill, which, I don't know, I kind of have a lot of... I definitely have some rose-tinted glasses for Silent Hill. I think it holds up pretty damn well, and he was apparently the director for it, and the writer, and the background designer, so, I mean, I think he did a good job on that one. I haven't played Siren, but I want to. I was intending on doing so maybe for this October, and I still don't know, maybe I will. And then there's this one, which is under the Bokeh Game Studio. So, yeah. Ooh, those ratings are a little harsh. Well, with or without the fog of Silent Hill, there's a lot of things about Silent Hill that I think hold up. So apparently Toyama took inspiration from Gantz, Parasite, and Tokyo Ghoul, which I think I mentioned Parasite, and did I mention Tokyo Ghoul? Like, it's already feeling very anime-esque, and I guess I can see a little bit of the Gantz inspiration there. Apparently as well as just Chinese supernatural creatures, like the Yegozi. Not really sure what the hell that one is, or how to pronounce that one. I guess that's just like the equivalent of Japanese yokai, but Chinese ones? Oh, I'm not really sure. The music was done by Akira Yamaoka. I'm pretty sure that's the guy that did Silent Hills, isn't it? Right? It's gotta be, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so Slitterhead's music is done by Akira Yamaoka, which might be why I was actually enjoying it, because, I mean, you know, you actually have a competent person there that has a pretty good repertoire under his belt, you know? Gantz was a weird mess. The ending certainly was a mess, yes. I thought Gantz was actually pretty good at various spots. I did actually read that particular manga, and there are definitely parts where I would say it definitely loses the plot, to put it nicely. I think maybe it's like the first 40-50% of it is actually pretty good. It's doing the whole, you know, like, I thought the whole, like, them fighting yokai aspect to it, and it kind of being, like, gamified was kind of an interesting thing. Mildly loses plot, otherwise it would have been great. Well, like I said, I think bits and pieces of it are actually really good. But yeah, as a whole, I don't know if I could ever really recommend it too much. Anyway, so yeah, that is Slitterhead's demo. Apparently, some of the Slitterhead combat is based on Gravity Rush. Which is apparently also another Keiichiro Toyama game, so... I mean, that's kinda self-referential, isn't it? What's the source? The source is I made it the fuck up. It's definitely a strange game. Hmm. Was cool to see. Yeah, that's kind of one of the things, though. Like, I'm very kind of mixed on it. It's just... It's got some interesting things to it, but I'm afraid that it would kind of, like, just fall apart rather quickly, and it already felt like it was kind of on a little bit of shaky ground. You know, like one of those types of things where it's like, if it was an anime or something, you know, like you would watch it once as like a... You know, like throwaway type of thing. You know, you watch it once, get the experience, and then you forget about it a couple months or weeks later. You know, you enjoy it that first time, and then you're done with it. You know, I'd really have to play the full game to get a proper idea, proper review, but it's got some good parts to it, and it has some bad parts to it. I think the music being under Akira Yamaoka is, like, very promising, because that was already kind of going in a good direction musically. The combat... Like, I haven't played Silent Hill F, but from what I have seen of Silent Hill F is it just seems like a lot of people are basically trying to make Dark Souls but horror game. You know? Like, it's a horror game. I don't want to have to worry about, like, timing of jumps, dodges, rolls, blocks, deflects. If you're gonna make a Dark Souls game, make a Dark Souls game. If you're gonna make a Silent Hill or Resident Evil game, make a Silent Hill or Resident Evil game. You know what I mean? It's also one of the issues of horror games where it's like adding combat at all. You know, like Fear. Fear holds up splendidly combat-wise. Horror-wise, I played the whole game. I had 0 actual scares, 2 kind of almost scares throughout the entire game. You know, it's like fighting, having the ability to fight really takes out spookiness of a game. The feeling of helplessness really adds to a game's horror factor. Same with Amnesia the Bunker. I played Amnesia the Bunker just a few days ago. I thought it was good. I think it's actually the second best Amnesia game. But the bar is already kind of low because Machine for Pigs and Rebirth set the bar so low. Dark Descent, though, you have basically zero ability to defend yourself. I thought that game was properly scary. I might not anymore. Dead Space is a game that I felt was actually properly scary, where you had the ability to defend yourself. But again, haven't played that game in, I think, 13 years. So, rose-tinted glasses, beware. Anyway. I'm going to swap to a different game here. It's going to be another horror game. Did you play the older Alone in the Dark games? Dead Space 1, 2, and 3 went lower and lower on the bar. I don't know what you're talking about. They never made a sequel to Dead Space. Never. They made a remake of Dead Space, which might be good, but yeah, it's a real shame that Dead Space only ever got that first game and then they never made any sequels. Alone in the Dark. Which ones, though? Which one? Because I think there's like 10 Alone in the Dark games. You gotta give me a year here, dude. Xbox 360? Are we talking about the point and clicks or something or other on like the fucking Commodore or what is it? The Commodore 64, I think, right? Or was it the Amiga? The ZX Spectrum 2, 3, and 4. That doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. Okay. Here, let me Google then. Or Wikipedia? Hold on. Okay, Alone in the Dark. Because isn't there even, like, a remake of the thing? Okay, here. Okay, so we have Alone in the Dark, 1992. We have Alone in the Dark 2, 1993. Jack in the Dark, which I've never heard of, 1993. Alone in the Dark 3, 95. Alone in the Dark New Nightmare. Alone in the Dark 2008. Alone in the Dark Illumination. And I was right, they did have a new one. I fucking remembered. Grace in the Dark. Wow, isn't that a great name? What? What? Illumination. I have never heard of this one. This had to have been a yeah, I was about to say it had to have been a commercial failure. And yeah, it was. Jack was very alone. Not even the fan base of this game knows him. Yeah, well, there you go. So I have actually played this one, though. I have actually played the 360 Alone in the Dark, and it was... It was a game. It was weird. It was really weird. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played this. That one sucks. But come on, you got to use a can of hairspray as a weapon against monsters to kill them. How many other games is there where you take a can of hairspray and a Zippo and you get to use it as a flamethrower? And then you have like literally Satan like causing an earthquake throughout New York City and you have to drive away from Flesh Satan. Is a cool name for a game, so you can see why they kept it up. The older ones are weird too. I mean, yeah, from what I remember of anything of the original ones, yeah, they are a little weird. Well, I mean, didn't Alone in the Dark actually directly inspire Resident Evil 1? Oh man, if I played this, I feel like I would just lose my patience. Is it really that slow? Holy shit. Is there even sound? Is there actually no sound to that? So this definitely influenced Resident Evil though, right? Yep. The one from 2000 would be a little faster. What's that game? Where you have like Scissor Guy chasing after you? Because I want to play that one. Clock Tower, I think? Yeah, it's Clock Tower. Which, if I remember correctly, I don't even think that one got a proper translation. Or maybe it was like the sequel. The older ones are super slow. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine part of that is because of the nature of the hardware that they were on. Just, you know, old DOS stuff with low clock rates and whatnot. Just, yeah. Never got past one of the panic events, no matter what input you made or how often, it didn't do crap. What is Clock Tower? It's a horror game. It's an old horror game. I think it was actually in the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, but I don't remember if it had any, like PC versions, like PC 98. Is it Windows? Let's see. PlayStation, maybe? Okay, so Clock Tower 1, like the original Clock Tower, did apparently have a PlayStation version. You had... Here. So, apparently, it did release on Super Famicom first, then got a Windows version, PlayStation WonderSwan, if anyone knows what that is. But, as you might notice, Japan, there is no English version. I think that is still true. I think the only way you can do this is through a fan patch. Which I think I actually got a SNES fan patch of this. Right? So it's like, here. I don't know if you've ever seen any imagery of this game, but there you go. This is how you know it's Clock Tower, is this little freak here with scissors that are massive. But yeah, it's a very, very strange horror game. Anyway, I'll be ending the stream now for this one. I'll be back in a bit with another one. We still got, what, a week left to this month, so I really am trying to figure out what I want to finish by the end of this, and I'm still really contemplating doing Dark Descent again. I still have a couple PS2 horror games too, like Kuon, that I might want to do too. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit.